Hi, good evening, everybody. Happy New Year, one and all. If you're out there, just drop in on the chat and we'll see who we've got. I know Carol and Davey are playing tonight, but they're in a match, so they won't be posting their scores. Anybody coming online? The chat working? Anybody? There you go. There's Stacey and June. Up there's Stephen and Jeanette and a wolf for cutting. Evening, Stephen. Happy New Year, mate. And Jeanette, Happy New Year, of course. So we'll not have Eddie tonight. Who's whether excuse me, Donna Richard's going to come in as well. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Oh, and Donna, right. Happy New Year, Donna. Hope everybody had a good New Year's Eve. June did because we were together at our carols, so we saw the new year in. Let's hope for a better year this year. You hope Richard's going to be coming on June? There's Richard there. Evening, Richard. Happy New Year. Okay, it doesn't look like our Dawn's going to be taking part, so we'll just crack on. Maybe our subjects tonight. One's general knowledge. There'll be a few questions on last year on 2022, as it's the first quiz of this year. We'll see how much you remember about last year. So question 2 is 2022 politics and royalty. 3 is pop music. 4, what's the difference? 5, 2022 sport. 6, TV. 7, 2022 news. 8 is films. 9 is connections. And 10 is 2022 deaths. Famous people who died last year, sadly. So we'll crack on, we'll make a start. Round 1, general knowledge. First question. Which sci-fi author wrote the Discworld series of books? Which sci-fi author wrote the Discworld series of books? Question 2. In which American state was Barack Obama born? Which US state was Barack Obama born? Excuse me. Question 3. What type of material is produced in a ginnery? What type of material is produced in a ginnery? Ginnery. Question 4. Which country and western star married Carl Thomas Dean on May the 30th, 1966, and they're still married? Which country and western star married Carl Thomas Dean on May the 30th, 1966, and they're still married? And question 5. According to the lyrics of the Don McLean classic American Pie, what month made me shiver? According to the lyrics of American Pie, what month made me shiver? Okay, question 2 is politics and royalty from last year. Dead simple, this, I think. Questions 1, 2, and 3. Name the 3 prime ministers we had in 2022. Name the 3 prime ministers we had in 2022. It's all 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. And parts 4 and 5. The UK had 2 monarchs last year. Name them. The UK had 2 monarchs last year. Name them. Nice and easy ones to finish on there, I think. When you've got all the answers down, you ready? Just give us a shout on the chat. And when everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers. Richard's ready. Stephen's ready. June's ready and Stacey's ready. Would be a quick one tonight. Everybody's getting their answers in sharp. General knowledge answers. Which sci-fi author wrote the Discworld series of books? That was Terry Pratchett. Barack Obama was born in Hawaii. Excuse me. The material produced in a ginnery is cotton. The cotton gin gives you a ginnery, and it produces cotton. Country and Western star married to Carl Thomas Dean is Dolly Parton. And according to the lyrics of the Don McLean classic American Pie, February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. And the politics and royalty, the three prime ministers we had were Boris Johnson. It got even worse with Liz Truss. And then not much better with Rishi Sunak. Not one of them ever done a proper day's work in their lives, but never mind. They're not the big prime minister. And the two monarchs, Queen Elizabeth II, obviously sadly died last year, and was succeeded by King Charles III. Excuse me. Okay, let's have your scores through. Stephen, 8. Stacey, 10. That's a good start of the year, Stacey. June, 9. And Richard, 10. Quality scoring. Okay, we're going to question 3. It's pop music. It's the 2010s. The 2010s. Question 1. Which Caribbean capital featured as the title of Camila Cabello's 2017 UK number 1? Which Caribbean capital featured as the title of Camila Cabello's 2017 UK number 1? Excuse me. Question 2. Rami Malek starred as which rock legend in the 2018 movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Rami Malek starred as which rock legend in the 2018 movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Question 3. Which single that features on Jet2 holiday adverts gave Jess Glynne her first number 1 as a solo artist in April 2015? Which single that features on Jet2 holiday adverts gave Jess Glynne her first number 1 as a solo artist in April 2015? Question 4. Who in 2015 achieved her record 45th US number 1 single? Who in 2015 achieved her record 45th US number 1 single? And question 5. What song gave Harry Styles his first solo UK #1 hit in 2017? What song gave Harry Styles his first UK #1 hit in 2017? Excuse me. Question 4 is entitled, What's the Difference? What's the difference? You'll get the hang of this straight away. Question 1. Flora and fauna. Which one relates to plants? Flora and fauna. I'm describing a place. Let's see the flora and the fauna. One describes plants, one is animals. Which one relates to plants? Question 2. The Miami Dolphins and the Miami Marlins. Which one is a baseball team? Miami Dolphins and the Miami Marlins. Which one is a baseball team? Question 3. Veins and arteries. Veins and arteries. Which ones carry blood from the body back to the heart? Veins and arteries. Which one carries blood from the body back to the heart? Question 4. MI5 and MI6. Which one is the British Foreign Intelligence Service? MI5 and MI6. Which one is the British Foreign Intelligence Service? Excuse me. Question 5. Mass and weight. Which one is a force? Mass and weight. Which one is a force? Oh, there's June ready already. Stacey ready, Richard ready. And Stephen ready. Okay, excuse me. Question 3 on pop. Which Caribbean capital featured as the title of Camila Cabello's 2017 #1? That was Havana. Rami Malek starred as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Jess Glynne's first #1 was Hold My Hand. who in 2015 achieved a record 45th US #1 single. That was Madonna. The song that gave Harry Styles his first solo UK #1 was Sign of the Times. What's the difference? Flora and fauna, the one that relates to plants, is flora. Miami Dolphins, Miami Marlins, it's the Marlins who play baseball. Dolphins play American football. Veins and arteries, which ones carry blood from the body back to the heart? That's your veins. MI5 and MI6, which one is the British Foreign Intelligence Service? That's MI6. And mass and weight, which one is a force? It's actually weight. Mass is the amount of material. Weight is the force that's applied on by gravity. For example, if you go into space, you have the same mass, but you don't have any weight because you don't have the force of gravity pulling on it. Hockey ducks. When you got your scores, send them through. Richard, 6 is 16. Stacey, 7 is 17. Stephen, 7 is 15. And June is 8, 17. So we've got June and Stacey currently in the lead. Richard second on 16 and Stephen and Jeanette on 15. As we go into sport from last year. Some easy ones, some not so easy in this, I think. Question 1. The 2022 Carabao Cup final was contested between Chelsea and Liverpool. No goals were scored and the match went to a penalty shootout after extra time. What was the final score after penalties? Last year's Carabao Cup final. Chelsea and Liverpool. No goals, penalty shootout. What was the score after penalties? Question 2. Which Russian oligarch became the former owner of Chelsea FC? Last year, which Russian oligarch became the former owner of Chelsea FC? Question 3. Which West Ham United footballer was in hot water last year after footage emerged of him kicking his cat? Which West Ham United footballer was in hot water last year after footage emerged of him kicking his cat? Question 4. Which former tennis champion was jailed for 2.5 years for breaking UK insolvency laws after his 2017 bankruptcy? Which former tennis champion was jailed for 2.5 years for breaking UK insolvency laws after his 2017 bankruptcy? Five. England won UEFA Women's Euros last year, beating which country 2-1? England won UEFA Women's Euros competition last year, beating which country 2-1. It was football, obviously, that one, the women's UEFA European Championships. Okay, question 6 is on TV. Catchphrases. With which TV programs would you associate the following catchphrases? With which TV programs would you associate the following catchphrases? First one, lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Two, here's one I made earlier. Number 3, I have a cunning plan. Number 4, what's occurring? And number 5, no, yes. No, yes. And you got your answers, and those are ready. Stephen's ready. Richard's ready. June's ready. Cheers, Stacey. I love it. Okay, the answers. The Carabao Cup final went to penalties. The scores after penalty was 11-10 to Liverpool. All the outfield players scored. Liverpool goalkeeper scored. And then Chelsea's keeper Erica Balaga missed. It was 11-10 to Liverpool. Chelsea's former owner was Roman Abramovich. West Ham United football player who was kicking his cat was Kurt Zouma. Former tennis champion jailed last year was Boris Becker. I think he's out already by then. I think that's how much the 2.5 year sentence lasts. And England won the UEFA Women's Euros, beating Germany 2-1. And the TV is programs you would associate with the catchphrases: lovely jubbly, that's Del Boy and Only Fools and Horses. Here's one I made earlier, a classic from Blue Peter. I have a cunning plan. Wonderful. Baldrick in Blackadder. What's occurring? That was Nessie and Gavin and Stacey. No, yes. There's from the Vicar of Dibley. I can't remember his character name now. It was brilliant. No, yes. Okay, well, you've got your scores. Send them through. Richard, 9.25. Stacey, Jim Trott, that's the fella. Obviously a fan, Stacey. 26 total. Stephen, 10.25. Excuse me. Don't tell us you don't like it as well, though, Stacey. It's funny as, man. It's just good comedy. And June, 9.26. Oh, couldn't really be much closer. June and Stacey on 26. Stephen and Richard on 25. As we're going to round 7, this is one to test your memories. News of 2022. First part. What name was given to the scandal involving Boris Johnson and his attendance at several illegal social gatherings during lockdown? What name was given to the scandal involving Boris Johnson and his attendance at several illegal social gatherings during lockdown? Question 2. What's the name of London's newest east to west rail line that also connects with Heathrow? It was opened in May 2022 by Her Majesty the Queen. What's the name of London's newest east to west rail line, also connected with Heathrow? It was opened in May 2022 by Queen Elizabeth II. Excuse me. Question 3. Which fictional character appeared in a pre-recorded sketch acting together with Queen Elizabeth II? Both of them tapping teaspoons on their cups to Queen's song We Will Rock You as part of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Which fictional character appeared in a previous recorded sketch starring the Queen tapping teaspoons to the song We Will Rock You by Queen as part of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations? Question 4. Who lost her libel case, bringing the Wagatha Christie trial to an end in July last year? Who lost her libel case, bringing the Wagatha Christie trial to an end in July last year? And question 5. Which former health secretary joined the cast of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in November? Which former health secretary joined the cast of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in November? Question 8 is on films. For which of these films did these actors win their only Oscar? So give the name of an actor, give the name of 3 films, or which film did they win their only Oscar? Okay, first one, Leonardo DiCaprio. Did he win his only Oscar for The Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant, or The Aviator? Leo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street, Revenant, or The Aviator? Question 2. Kate Winslet. Did she win her only Oscar for Titanic, The Reader, or Sense and Sensibility? Kate Winslet, Titanic, The Reader, or Sense and Sensibility? Three, Reese Witherspoon. Did she win her only Oscar for American Psycho, Wild, or Walk the Line? Reese Witherspoon, American Psycho, Wild, or Walk the Line? Question 4, Al Pacino. Did he win his only Oscar for Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, or Scent of a Woman? Al Pacino, Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scent of a Woman. Question 5, Faye Dunaway. Faye Dunaway. Did she win her Oscar for Bonnie and Clyde, Chinatown, or Network? Faye Dunaway, Bonnie and Clyde, Chinatown, or Network? You got your answers. Senders are ready. Richard, ready? Stacey, ready? June, ready? Stephen, ready? Right, question 7 was on news. Given the scandal involving Boris Johnson and his social gatherings was Partygate. Should have just been put against the wall and shot, I think, personally, but that's just my feelings. The name of London's newest east to west rail line that also connects with Heathrow is the Elizabeth Line. Fictional character that starred in a sketch with the Queen for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations was Paddington Bear. Who lost a libel case, bringing the Agatha Christie trial to an end? That was Rebecca Vardy. Lost to Colleen Rooney. They should have both been put up against the wall and shot for the money it cost. Anyway. The former health secretary who joined the cast of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in November, that was Matt Hancock. He should just be put up against the wall and shot for being Matt Hancock. But anyway, Happy New Year. Films. Which films did these actors win the only Oscars? Leo DiCaprio won for The Revenant. Kate Winslet was The Reader. Reese Witherspoon won for Walk the Line. And Johnny Cash's wife, June Carter. Brilliant Al Pacino won his only Oscar. It seems a shame. For the magnificent film Scent of a Woman. Hoo-ha. That's his quote in the film. Hoo-ha. Brilliant film. Anyway, Faye Dunaway won her only Oscar for Network. Alongside Peter Finch. Scores. Stacey scored 7. 33. Stephen 9. 34. Richard 9. 34. June 6. 32. So we've got Richard, Stephen out in the lead on 34, Stacey just 1 point behind on 33, and June just 1 point behind that on 32. So really close scores for the first quiz of the year. As we'll go into round 9, which is connections. Question 1. Which American singer had an original 1957 top 10 hit and a 1986 posthumous #1 hit with the song Rite Petite? Which American singer had an original 1957 top 10 hit and a 1986 posthumous #1 hit with the song Rite Petite? Oh, 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 oh. Question 2. Which John Steinbeck novel, excuse me, was made into a 1955 film that starred James Dean? Which John Steinbeck novel was made into a 1955 film that starred James Dean? Question 3. Which actor won a posthumous Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in the film The Dark Knight? Which actor won a posthumous Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in the film The Dark Knight? Superb performance it was as well. Question 4. Which TV presenter appeared alongside Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond in the original Top Gear series? Which TV presenter appeared alongside Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond in the original Top Gear series? And question 5. What connects the 4 answers? What connects the 4 answers? Question 10 is deaths. Sounds a bit of a somber one, but I like to think it was a celebration of some great celebrities who sadly lost last year. Question 1. Which English writer, comedian, and actor who wrote for many performers, including Tommy Cooper, Les Dawson, Morecambe and Wise, and also starred in the radio panel show I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, died in January last year? English writer, comedian, and actor who wrote for literally hundreds of different performers, including Tommy Cooper, Les Dawson, Morecambe and Wise, Dave Allen, I think he did as well. Starred in the radio panel show I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, died in January. Question 2. Which iconic singer and actor whose Bat Out of Hell album sold more than 65 million albums worldwide passed away at age 74 in January last year? Which iconic singer and actor whose Bat Out of Hell album sold more than 65 million albums worldwide passed away at age 74 in January last year? Question 3. Which legendary Australian cricket spin bowler sadly passed away at age just 52 in March last year from a suspected heart attack? Which legendary Australian cricket spin bowler sadly passed away at age just 52 in March last year? Question 4. What was the name of the actress who starred in loads of different British TV series, especially, but most famous for her iconic role of Nurse Gladys Emanuel in Open All Hours, died aged 82 in March? Which actress most famous for her iconic role of Nurse Gladys Emanuel in Open All Hours, died aged 82 in March? And question 5. The actor best known for his roles in the TV series Cracker and as Hagrid in the Harry Potter movies, died aged 72 in October. Who was he? Actor best known for his role in the TV series Cracker and as Hagrid in the Harry Potter movies, died aged 72 in October. Who was he? We've got your answers down, send us ready, and then we'll go through them. June ready, Richard ready. Stephen ready. Nice one, Stace. Ready. Yes. Big 7-0 tomorrow for Big Sis. Well, not tell anyone, Carol, you're all right. Okay, question 9, connections. The American singer who had a hit with Reed Petite was Jackie Wilson. The John Steinbeck novel, made into a film that starred James Dean, was East of Eden. The actor that won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in the film The Dark Knight, playing the Joker, that was Heath Ledger. TV presenter who starred alongside Clarkson and Hammond in the Top Gear series, James May. And what connects them? They're all UK Prime Ministers. Jackie Wilson, East of Eden, Heath Ledger, and James May. Theresa May, Edward Heath, Anthony Eden, Harold Wilson. And the deaths of last year, the English writer, comedian, wrote for loads of different comedians and started a panel show. I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. It was Barry Cryer, the great Barry Cryer. The singer Bat Out of Hell, who sadly died last year, was Meatloaf. The Australian spin bowler was Shane Warne. Nurse Gladys Emanuel in Open All Hours was played by Linda Barron. And the star of Cracker and Hagrid and Harry Potter movies was Robbie Coltrane. Stacey, 8. Final total of 41. Richard, 6. Total 40. Stephen, 8. 42. And June, 8. Yeah. See, 40. Yeah. I'll give you 40, June. You scored 8. You were on 32. So we have Jude and Richard on 40, Stacey on 41, but your winners tonight, Stephen and Jeanette on 42 points. Very close, just 2 points between the lot of yous. Excellent quizzing, guys. Excuse me. We'll have another quiz next week. So same time, same bat channel. Hopefully see everybody then. Have a good week. And we'll, as I say, see you next week.